What's up, Dp-Ygo here? Got an excellent small series of duels for you guys to check out, especially for those of you guys who like Monarchs like myself. I still remember playing Monarchs at a regionals where I went 5-1-2. That was like one of the best and most fun events that I had in a very long time. Got my invites, and low key, I know a lot of people didn't like Monarchs, Domain Monarchs specifically, when they were really big, but I really actually wish Konami would put everything back at 3 in that deck. Maybe not Pantheism, because that card is just like, I don't even know what the fuck they were thinking when they designed that, but I really wish Monarchs could be like a meta deck again. Like, put a Stormforth at 3, put Aether at 3, and just let us have some good times for everybody who doesn't want to play Lynx. I think that it would like fuck up Lynx so hard, Konami. That's like the furthest thing that they would want is for Monarchs to become like top 2 or 3 decks in the game again. I mean, it already won the NAWCQ, but let's go ahead and stop rambling about Monarchs. Introduce the competitors. So we have Domain Monarchs at the top. I still think that this is the best way to run Monarchs, man. Don't be on that extra deck crap. Monarchs don't need an extra deck. Run Domain, no extra deck required. And then we have a pure version of Zoodiac, obviously the best deck in Yu-Gi-Oh right now. And let's see exactly how this is going to roll. And this is a best 2 out of 3 as well. As crazy as this sounds, Monarchs can actually handle themselves against Zoodiac, especially in game 1, because those dimensional barriers, like how effective do you think dimensional barrier is when you don't even play an extra deck? Obviously, dimensional barrier is just trash. So he opens up pretty, I would say, lackluster in my opinion, especially considering the Monarch player has the Monarch Stormforth, which, I mean, he honestly could just, I feel like if he just goes Stormforth and then goes Caius, I honestly feel like he could just win the duel, honestly. If he just went Stormforth, Caius, and then play Domain, I feel like the duel could just be over within 1 turn, because this guy has what, double D barrier and my body as a shield, and Stormforth and Caius get around all of that. But he's gonna go a little bit of a different route, goes in for trade in, that's gonna get hit with Ash Forehead, and he uses a lure and gets rid of his Caius. I don't necessarily agree with that, because he's going to play Domain, which gives his opponent a way to get the Trident, actually to get some value. I don't believe in that, but he's going to still be able to get Erebus off, and it's basically going to get the same result. He goes wisely after the hand. He's going to use the Foolish Burial to get Edie out, and he gets his Domain back, which was actually banished. And basically, he's kind of at that win condition where if Zoodiac don't have a way out, if they don't have a Cosmic Cyclone or something, it's basically GG. I believe he's going to drop Big Caius on him this turn. Big guy is going to take out my body as a shield. It's going to do some damage, and through those 2 attacks, it's basically game over. But you guys saw from turn 1, even if he didn't go for the trade-in or any of that, like, it could have been, like, this duel could have been quite as simple as activate Stormforth, go for Caius, get rid of a random back row, play Domain, and basically it's an auto win. I just feel like Zoodiac plays so many cards that are just like, they're ineffective against a Domain Monarch build. You know, my body as a shield, just Monarchs just laugh at that card. Dimensional Barrier, you can't use that against them as well. They also have things like Vanity's Fiend that's really strong against Zoodiac because they don't play battle traps or anything. And Zoo are going first in this duel. Zoo would probably want to go first against Monarchs because he just, you know, he kind of got Domain locked, so he's not trying to have that happen to him again. So Zoodiac do have to go first in this duel, or in this matchup, but the Monarchs have the Stormforth, so that is kind of the great equalizer. And he's going to get hit with Solemn Warning of Vanity's Fiend, and honestly, let me just pause right quick, because actually, no, let's let him do, he's going to dig literally through about 2/3 of his deck. Look at all the trade-ins, all the Allured Darknesses, the Foolish Burials to get the Pantheism back. This dude knows how to build a Need for Speed, Too Fast, Too Furious deck, and I believe he's going to get a second summon. Now he's going to use Solemn Strike on, I'm not sure if that was Zaborg, or it had to be Zaborg because he already used Edea earlier this turn. But just to pause for a second, this could have been another duel where if he didn't have that Solemn Warning, that Vanity's Fiend could have ended the duel, because it doesn't really matter what the Zoo player has on board. If he doesn't have the Trident to out it, nothing that Zoo really has outside of Regeki is going to get out of, like, what's it called? It's going to get out of a Vanity's Fiend. It's just such a strong card against the deck, and unless they start playing Mirror Force or something like that. So let's go ahead and keep rolling. He's constantly using his primes. I believe he's going to try and use Aether's effect here, and he's going to try and tribute summon during his opponent's turn. That's going to get strike there. He does. And at this point, I was like, okay, he's definitely in danger. He doesn't have any Monarchs to his name. Zoo player gets pretty much a free board to do whatever he wants. He's going for Bullhorn. He's going to get searching. He obviously is going to get a free card out of that Augusto Emerald he has not used. He has a Dryden on board, which I guess he overlaid Tiger Motor on top of that. I don't know about that. It's a little bit of questionable play, but I mean, I'm not the one playing it. He still actually, no, it's fine. He still has another Dryden. Plus, he has the Whiptail on hand. He is going to go for he's going to go for the Aether, and this is where the duel just completely got flipped on his head. He changed the Monarch Erupt. He changed that to the Trident, and now all of your monster effects are belong to us, son, because you ain't getting no monster effects as long as he controls a attributed monster. And unfortunately, yeah, I don't see that Aether going down anytime soon. This can be one of the downfalls of Zoodiac. They don't really have, they rely so much on Trident as their removal card that sometimes if you mount them and get big monsters, if you get big monsters on the board, sometimes they're just like, help me, help me. They feel so powerless. He's even going to drop Mega Rise on him. I never played that card. I honestly, I don't even know what Mega Rise really does. I never played it. I was like, I think I read it a couple times and I was like, wow, this is, I mean, it's not the worst Mega Monarch. Just off the top of my head, Grand Monarch is probably the worst. But I never played Mega Rise. I only played Mega Zaborg as the only Mega Monarch. No, I think I may have played Caius as well. I played Caius, Thestalos. Did I say Zaborg? I played Thestalos, Caius, and then I played obviously Erebus and Aether. So this is the last one, and this is actually against True Draco. True Draco Demise, obviously, no extra deck versus no extra deck. So this is an interesting duel because Domain is not going to be that good. And he does open up with 2 copies of the Legendary Masterpiece. The problem is the Monarch Stormforth, man. It is just that out. And even though he's going to blow up the little Squire, he has the 1-for-1. The 1-for-1 is going to get him that copy of Edia. And at that point, the pop-off is real. He's going to Tribute. He's going to summon, once again, that Mega Ryza. And that board is just cleared after the copy of Erebus is dropped. He has a Monarch Stormforth in his hand, I guess, in case he top decks anything. I think the True Draco player is going to top deck Soul Exchange, which is weird because it's like you'd expect to see that in Monarchs, but hypothetically, I guess both of them could have been playing Domain. But I mean, honestly, I don't think that double Masterpiece with just 1 back row was the way to go. But when you don't know what you're playing against, I thought, hell, you know what? Maybe he thought he was playing a mirror match. Maybe he thought he was going to be a True Demise or True Draco Demise mirror match. But generally, the tell for Domain Monarchs is when your opponent shows up and has no extra deck. You're like, wait a minute, are you playing Monarchs? Are you playing Domain Monarchs? No, I'm actually playing True Draco Demise, a mirror match. But anyways, just some Monarch action. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Man, I really do wish that Monarchs could become, like, it doesn't have to be the best deck. I just wish that they could become at least a top 5 deck again and just be like really good and really viable. But I guess it's just wishful thinking at this point. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already. This video has been brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at audible.com/MegaCapitalG. Over 180,000 titles to choose from on your mobile device. I'm listening to the amazing I Can't Make This Up by Kevin Hart. Link in the description.